well at home. Here we are studying chapter number 4, Heat, of 7th standard subject Science. In the previous lecture, we studied about the degree of hotness or coldness. If you remember, we have done the activity, and by doing that activity, we can easily judge whether the given substance is hot or cold. But by touching any object, we never say the particular object is hot or cold. For that, we have to measure the temperature. To measure the temperature, there is a device which we are using, which is known as thermometer. So, in the previous lecture, I told you about the two types of thermometer. One, that is clinical thermometer, and the other, that is laboratory thermometer. Clinical thermometer. Clinical thermometers are the thermometers which are used by the doctors to measure our body temperature. In the previous lecture, I told you that it ranges from 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius because the normal temperature of human body is 37 degrees Celsius approx. Right? So, the body temperature never go below 35 degrees Celsius, or it will never go more than 42 degrees Celsius. That's why it ranges from 35 to 42 degrees Celsius. The degree Celsius is the unit to measure the temperature. As we can measure the length in centimeter, meter or kilometer, degree Celsius is used to measure the temperature. So generally degree Celsius is written on all the clinical thermometers. Clinical thermometer is having a long uniform tube made up of glass. So we must have to handle it with care. So now let's see how the clinical thermometer looks. So now I have a clinical thermometer in my hand. Here you can see that it is made up of a glass and there is a bulb here at the end of the thermometer. It contains mercury, that you can see the silver line. Okay, so that is the mercury present inside it. Mercury is metal, as I told you in the previous lecture. Okay, it is used in our thermometer to measure the body temperature. So now let's see which precautions we have to take to measure the body temperature of any human beings. First, what you have to do before using the clinical thermometer, what you have to do? You have to wash it properly with antiseptic. You can also wash it with water, but if you wash it with antiseptic, then it is good. So, before you keep the thermometer in your mouth, you just have to wash it properly. So, first point to be remembered, it should be washed before the use. Even when you use it, then also after the use, you also wash it properly. Right? Then the second thing what you have to take care is the mercury level must be below 35 degrees Celsius. So here you have to see whether the mercury level is below 35 degrees Celsius or not. if you see this thermometer, okay, then here you can see the mercury level. So it is not below 35 degrees Celsius. So what I have to do, I have to take jerks, okay, with my hand. I have to do like this, so the level of mercury falls down, that is below 35 degrees Celsius. But yes, take care, you are far from any other objects. Otherwise, if you do like this, and it will break the thermometer as it is made up of glass, right? So this is the second main point which you have to remember. Then third is, read the temperature by keeping the thermometer along the line of the sight. Means you have to keep the thermometer like this in front of your eyes. Not like this, not like this. Because if you do like this, the temperature which you are reading might be wrong. Okay, so by keeping the thermometer exact in the line of your eyes, you have to read the temperature. Okay, then another thing, don't hold it by the bulb. You might have seen that I am holding this by the end of the thermometer. I am not holding from here. This is the bulb, right? So from the bulb you don't have to hold it. Never. So hold it by the end of the thermometer. Now how you have to read the temperature, that we have already discussed. Now the next question, how you will keep this? So what you have to do? You have to take the thermometer, wash it, then just see the mercury level below 35 degrees Celsius. Then keep it in your mouth, under your tongue, and in the watch just see for the 1 minute. So wait for 1 minute and then take out the thermometer carefully and keep it along your side and read the temperature. So this is how we can measure the body temperature. The temperature which is shown by the clinical thermometer is not exactly 37 degrees Celsius for all the human beings. It may be 36.8 or 9, it may be 37.2, 3 or 4. So it may varies from person to person. It doesn't mean we have illness in our body or we are sick. Okay, 37 degrees Celsius is the approximate temperature of human body. So you don't have to worry if you read your temperature, that is 37.4 or 36.8, right? Okay. Now I have a question in my mind, that can I measure the temperature of boiling water with this thermometer? No, don't do this, because this thermometer, as I told you, ranges from 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius, and as we know, the temperature of boiling water is 100 degrees Celsius. So we never have to use the clinical thermometer to measure the temperature of any other liquids or any other things except the human body. So for that we have to use the another thermometer which is known as laboratory thermometer. This thermometer you generally find in the lab of your school, right? So laboratory thermometer is used to measure the temperature of different objects. It ranges from -10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius, right? So it has the high range, -10 degrees Celsius Means below 0 degree Celsius temperature you can also measure from it, right? So minus 10 degree Celsius to 110 degree Celsius. That's why you can measure the boiling water's temperature by laboratory thermometer. Now, to use this laboratory thermometer, we also take some precautions, right? So, which precautions we have to take? Let's see one by one. First, it should be kept upright, not tilted. Means you have to keep the thermometer straight, upright. Not like this, not like this. Okay. So the thermometer must be kept upright, not tilted. The bulb should be surrounded from all the sides by the substance. If you are measuring the temperature of water, then you have to keep the thermometer as the bulb surrounds by the substance, right, from all the sides. Then you have to read the temperature by keeping inside the substance only. Okay, you should not take it out and read the thermometer like we are doing in human beings. What we have to do? We have to take boiling water, then we have to keep the thermometer upright, and then we have to see the temperature. We don't have to keep it out, because if we keep the thermometer out, then what happens? The temperature may fall down, means the mercury level may fall down. So I have a question in my mind, why does not happen in the clinical thermometer? Very good. In clinical thermometer, there is a kink which is present near the bulb. Now what is the function of this kink? Kink always protect the level of mercury to fall down by its own, right? So because of presence of kink in the clinical thermometer, when we keep the thermometer out of our mouth and read the temperature does not fall, or we can say the level of mercury does not fall by its own. But in laboratory thermometer we don't have kink. So whenever we have to measure the temperature, we have to measure the temperature by keeping the laboratory thermometer in that substance only, right? So this is the precaution which we must have to take to measure the temperature by laboratory thermometer. As we know that our clinical thermometer as well as laboratory thermometer have mercury in it, but mercury is very harmful when it exposed to us. Means if the thermometer breaks and mercury come out, then it is harmful for us, harmful for the environment. That's why nowadays we have digital thermometer available in the market. If we put the digital thermometer in our mouth, okay, then the digits will show on the screen, okay, and by that we can know the temperature of our body. So in the digital thermometer there is no use of mercury. So this is all about today's lecture. Okay, we have studied about which precautions we have to take care while we are using the clinical thermometer. What is the laboratory thermometer? What is the range of it, and what are the precautions we should take when we are using it, right? Okay. Now in the next lecture we are going to study about the transfer of heat from one substance to another substance. Till that, be at home, be safe. Thank you.
आभार।